I think some people really do make their work with the intention to go outwards. I want to take everything back inside. So every reaction comes back inside. I used to be like, I'm not going outside at night in case something happens to me. And now I'm like, I would rather go outside at night and something happens to me than be denied the nighttime. So then all these things are just in my work, but I don't do it like on purpose. Like it's just the way I live. Alright. I was like, I don't know if I want to go in yet in case you're not there.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Good morning.
Some drinks, breakfast.
I think both.
Yeah.
There's a few bagels, toasties, paninis, omelette.
Could I please just get a cappuccino and just an egg and a hash brown? Welcome to London.
You have 2 hours, or like till 11.
I have till 10:30.
10:30. That's
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Cool.
then I have to go to work.
Yeah.
Yay.
What do you do for work?
So I actually have 4 jobs right now, but I'm doing my masters. That's why I have 4 jobs, because I need to pay for my masters. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so long story short, I wanted to do architecture when I was a teenager, and I applied to do architecture, and I nearly went to the Bartlett, which is also at UCL. So like the Slade and the Bartlett are both part of UCL. And then I didn't, and then I like sort of went off track.
Yeah.
I started doing this instead, and then
Doing what instead?
I don't know,
What it is?
making stuff. And then I sort of circled back around, and then after I graduated, I was like, I want to like go back to like studying stuff, like not just like making work or doing show and like drinking and like going out and like, but actually like having like a more like researchy. I want to do more research.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. See, because I think I had my fill of like the art world stuff that you were talking about, and now I'm just like, now I just want to lock myself inside and read, I think.
Yeah.
So most of my work is political work. Mostly I'm just responding to like what I'm experiencing or things that I'm interested in, topics that I'm interested in. I do a lot of stuff about immigration, a lot of stuff about Chinese heritage, or like finding Chinese heritage that exists in me. Obviously I was born here, so there's like the classic sort of overdone identity crisis thing. I think my research is just like, it helps to bolster my art, because I hate when I wouldn't want to make a work about immigration that wasn't informed by facts and events that I know are true and can like help me make a point. So hence why I'm reading this right now. He's in his 80s when he wrote them. He's a really prolific, like, I guess he would call himself a black intellectual.
If you would now try to explain me maybe how a recent exhibition took place, or what is it, that feeling that you're creating when it is about immigration, or it's about diaries, it's about words, it's about ancestry in a way, heritage. How do you make this feeling accessible through art?
Well, I feel like I talked about responding, right? Yeah. So I feel like everything I do is responding. There's a standard of behavior that people expect me to have, even let's say I go to my hometown and I experience racism or like whatever, like something happens to me after that event. people still expect me to be normal. They expect me to act with like a certain amount of decorum. And I think then in my art practice, I like to disassemble the decorum and become really almost like hostile. So it's like, I would say that the work is not hostile, but then when you meet me at the exhibition and I start speaking, it's almost like you might feel like you're not welcome in the space, depending on who you are. But then, depending on who you are, you might feel like I've seen something in you. But it's always like, because it's responding to really like active problems. People have such intense feelings about it.
How do you know that people might feel not welcome? That's the response you...
They tell me.
They tell you,
yes.
yeah.
When I speak, I'm prone to generalizing. And obviously in my mind, there's a lot of nuance, there's a lot of things that I have read or have studied or whatever, but when it comes out of my mouth, I just say something like, oh God, white people are so annoying, whatever. Okay. And then if you put that into the work, people, you know, they might take it and they might run with just that flat sentence, potentially not able to analyze why I would feel that way or not giving me the grace to be annoyed at any situation. It's normally middle-aged people that tell me. They'll just be like, why did you say this? Why would you say that? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you need these moments of friction in your work, right? I think
friction
that's
is a good word.
Very good.
Yeah, I like making friction. Well, I like, because obviously the work is just for me. So if it's not expressing what I need it to express, I don't necessarily have the desire to like convey some sort of great message. Like it's just work about me, like narcissistic work.
What do you do? How do you create the message, or how do you deliver the message that is you?
I feel like it sounds stupid, but I normally just have a light bulb moment. Like I just go, like I think of something randomly and then I'm like, oh my God, like this will make a great work. This bag is a Kafkistan bag, and the reason why I'm carrying it is I wanted to do basically I'm really inspired by this artist called Lee Lozano. She was an American artist in like the 60s, and basically she did these series of performances that she called life art. So she would just start doing something and that would be the performance. Her most famous one and her last one was that she stopped talking to women until she died. So
wow.
I don't know, it was just like a personal like anti-feminist thing. It was confusing, but so I really like the idea of like the life art thing. I do it a lot. And I think this bag, okay, basically when I was in secondary school, I went to a school with a lot of posh people, a lot of rich people, and loads of girls had this bag. Like loads of white girls had this bag. And I was always like, I don't really like it. I don't understand the popularity, but you know, whatever, you can have your bag. And then I saw it in the charity shop and I was like, I'm gonna do a piece where I carry this bag. I'm gonna do it until Chinese New Year, as a period of time, fixed period of time. And basically, I just want to get into their psyche. Yeah. Like I want to be wearing this bag, and I want to understand what inclined them to love this bag as a white girl. So, and you know what? It's a good bag. It's waterproof. It's big. It fits a laptop. I'm understanding. But I think it's almost like a know thy enemy thing.
You make me laugh. It's a great idea. Would you say this is a narrative that runs through your body of work? Something where you point the finger at certain mannerisms?
Yes, pointing the finger. I like to just draw attention to like why people do things. I think this type of performance is good because it's very passive. It's like no one knows why I'm doing it until I tell them, or like they'll notice something is wrong. Like I've had 2 people be like, that bag is interesting, like it doesn't really seem like something you would wear. And I'm like, but why? Yeah. But why? It's not that expensive of a bag. It's just like a really specific like English thing. I don't know.
Can you hold it up for a second?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm aware of the brand or...
So it's just like these ugly floral like oilcloth sort of thing. I like to make little dramas. I find it to be part of my work to even, like, let's say, get into an argument with someone about something that I care about. But if we're gonna like be formal about it, I actually make sculpture. The sculpture is like, I really like stuff. I really like objects. I think it's because my mum's a hoarder. I just love like stuff, and most of the sculpture is made of just stuff, just found things that I alter somehow to create a storyline.
I saw this CD cover, for example, photographed. It was opened. You could see glimpses of what the music or the CD was about.
Okay.
What is this particular piece about?
So, when I was 16, my boyfriend at the time gave me that CD, and it was the cover was blank before, so I printed on the cover to make that piece. So it was just like a blank, like jewel case, and then inside was a CD that said Kelly's Mix on it. Had really bad songs, but like imagine like a 16-year-old boy trying to make you a playlist. But I was like, I love it. But I kept it for ages because I feel like it's just one of those like mementos from being a girl, like a young girl. And I was like, I don't want to throw it away because I just think it's so like of its time. What I printed on the front was, there's this Taiwanese singer, you might have heard of her. She's called Deng Lijun or Teresa Tang, is her English name. Anyway, she's super famous. If there's Chinese people in a room, she'll be playing. And she's my mum's favourite singer.
Yeah.
For that one, I was trying to make a piece that had a confusing or mixed narrative, so it's not the truth. So it's like I'm blending two things together that might create a truth, but it's not what it actually is. So like you think the CD has her in it, but it doesn't. And somehow this is related to growing up, just like mashing things together, and they're not together, but they are together. When you take two completely dissonant things like England and China, and you force them together, and no one understands the contents of what's inside. You know, you take like a British teenage boy and his ideals, and you take a really famous Taiwanese singer, and you just like force them into one thing. It's like Frankenstein, like Frankenstein's monster, even because Frankenstein was the doctor. Like mutation thing, which is me. If that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, I think this does make sense. I've never explained the piece before, so I'm like, yeah. There's some very bad diaspora art out there, and I use the word diaspora art. It's basically, there's this girl called Zarina who writes this blog called The White Pew, or Zarina and Gabrielle. But specifically, they wrote this one that was about diaspora art, which is basically just like, it's like the tokenized version of that race group. Like, the art is really hollow, and it only serves to give the illusion that there's diversity present in the room in which it's being shown. It's almost like if you're a white curator, you might not know, let's say, what good Chinese art is. You just pick someone sort of randomly based on your own criteria, without consulting, let's say, a Chinese curator. So then you just pick some random shit. And then it's like, now the random shit is just representing everyone. The diaspora art that I'm specifically speaking about is just stuff that isn't for us. It's for outsiders to feel, it like smooths over their guilt, or like it makes them feel more informed. But it doesn't do anything to me. It doesn't do anything to, like, I look at it and I'm like, not like, okay, not in that way, just like, it doesn't move me. It doesn't like do anything really. And that is what Zarina terms as diaspora art. And I forgot what the original question was, but basically, I don't want to do that. I want to do something that is more confrontational. But then there's like, when you look at my work, it's not that confrontational. But then you have to meet me to understand the work, and then I'm confrontational. So then it's like,
I guess that's why we're
yeah.
here today. To me, when I look at your work, I get a feeling of you're a funny person.
Thanks.
No, I mean, it feels like there's a certain cheekiness to it. Like you're not like oh, you're all bad white people. It's almost like, come, let's hang.
Depends on the day.
Come, let's hang. Come to the show, and we have a good time. But it might get a little bit uncomfortable here.
Do you know what? White people love my work anyway. So.
Take me along your process, please.
Okay, so I have the idea, and then I make the idea. So I have the idea in my mind, and then I collect the materials to make it, and then I make it. I think that some people, my partner does this a lot. They sit down, and then they move their hands, and they move things around with their hands, and they put things together until they look correct, and it's figured out with their hands. Whereas I think that mine is almost all in here, and occasionally if I need to use my hands, I will. But I haven't always worked like that. So I've done loads of different, like I was a painter, at one point I was a woodworking technician, which no one ever believes me because I'm so bad at it now, but I was. Like working with my hands a lot, clay, but now it's just like, it's really in here. So I'll be like, okay, I'm going to make a sculpture with a CD and a printout. So I'll go and I'll pick up the CD and I'll get it and I'll put it under the UV printer and I'll take it out with my hands. So anything that's required to make the concept come to life, but I don't necessarily sit there and go, okay, 1 + 2, no, 1 + 3, no. You know what I mean?
It's almost sounds like you have 4 jobs to give yourself the money and space to make this kind of stuff. It's not like people will probably go and say, oh, I want to buy this and put it in my living room, right? It's a performance, or do you know, how do you see it?
Yeah, but do you know, I had a really rich patron like 2 years ago who was paying for loads of my stuff. It was actually crazy. Basically, I was just like walking down the street and I saw this guy, and he was wearing a sign. You know, like when like the world is ending and people wear a sign and it's like, oh, the end is nigh. So the sign said artists wanted, and I was seeing him like approach people from afar, and he was like scaring them away. Like people were like, no, I don't want, you know, when like, because it's London, so people are like, I don't want to talk, like I'm leaving. And then I watched this for a while and I was like, I'm literally going to go speak to this man. He was like 21 years old, by the way. So I go up to speak to him and he's like, hi, like, I'm Mark. I'm going to start an art gallery and I'm looking for artists. And I was like, well, look no further. Here I am. The whole situation came to be that he wanted to pay for my studio, my exhibition rental space, and framing of works for nothing. But the idea was that he was going to open his own gallery and that then I would do my first show there. So it would be like a full circle moment. But then he's Lithuanian Russian, and then he got drafted to do national service in Lithuania, and he's still there. So,
so the
I haven't seen him in ages.
The gallery didn't happen?
No.
Oh, this is sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I hope it does one day, and I'll be there if he still wants me. The kind of art that people want to financially support is so subjective. But I definitely don't make like hotel wall art.
Yeah.
Like I haven't sold anything except for like, sometimes I'll sell things as a joke for like £10. Also, I don't want to make work to sell it, because that's not the point, I think, for me. If you asked a painter if you had infinite money, would you sell your work? They obviously would say no, because you put your effort into a work, and if you could keep it and have the money, that would be great. But you can't. So then You know what I mean? But I'm just lucky in that my work isn't saleable, so I have to find a roundabout way of making money, so I do get to keep everything. And also, like, loads of my work is like ephemeral, so it comes down from the exhibition space and then it no longer exists. So yeah. Like, I'll just break it into pieces and put it in my bag and then it's gone. I'm trying to quit smoking, therefore I'm buying the most expensive cigarettes so I feel like they're important. There is one thing I've been thinking about a lot, which is that I noticed that so a lot of white people have very good intentions. They want to be anti-racist or they want to do whatever. However, when they are presented with, let's say, an opportunity, a personal opportunity, they will never concede it to someone else. So they continue to build on their privilege and to get things and to hold power and to have personal, because it's in the West, individualism is crazy. So it's like, you want to be a success, you want to do this for your family, you want to do this. And no one's ever thought to just be like, what if I have this amazing opportunity and actually let me sidestep? And I guess it's like they never evaluate whether or not that opportunity is coming from a place of them being worthy or if it's just because they're right place, right time, right person. And I've never seen someone like concede and be like, actually, in my mission to be anti-racist, whatever, as I claim to be, I will give this to someone else who I think is worthy of what. But I do see a lot of people of colour doing that, and they have done that for me before.
Yeah.
Maybe they feel uncomfortable doing it, which is fine.
I mean,
I don't know what I'm saying.
No, I can relate to that. People are also in a way comfort seekers. If you have been born into this privilege of not facing racial injustice, you will never understand.
Yeah, it doesn't cross their mind to be like, what if, as part of my actions that I do, I do something that's not just like liking a post on Instagram.
Shall I take your plates away?
Oh yes, please, thank you so much. That was really good. Okay, I have another half an hour.
There is something like an undercurrent within working in art, something which is not just for you, right? You said your work is just for you,
I
but
know, yeah,
right? There is something.
It's contradictory. I think it's like when I'm making it, it's for me. When I'm showing it, it's obviously not for me.
Yeah.
But in some ways, it is, because I get a lot of satisfaction from seeing the reactions to the work and to my personality after they meet me. And it's sort of like collecting the reactions is also for me. I think some people really do make their work with the intention to go outwards. I want to take everything back inside. So every reaction comes back inside. Even when I go out, I'll collect everything back in. I'm going to go on my Instagram, which is so sad, but everything is on here. So okay, I'm going to run through them quickly.
Okay.
So this is a piece I did where I stole a bunch of door wedges from various institutions and then I showed them all. This is the same piece but spread out on the table in Highgate Cafe, which is where I last got them out. Yeah, I steal door wedges from places, and then now I have a big collection of 71. They're on show right now at the Courtauld School, if you want to go see them.
Why door wedges?
Oh, because they just look nice, and because it's interesting to me the way that you can disrupt a place by letting the door close or something. And also because I'm a kleptomaniac. And yes. So on that note, this is a piece I did where I stole a bunch of sanitary towels. I think 130 of them from the supermarket, and then I gave them out because they should be free. This is a piece I did where there's 2 tiny shoes that I found in the street. The idea is that it's an imagination piece. Sounds obnoxious, but it's like you have to imagine that there's a horse, a giant horse, wearing the shoes in the space. This one is, I read my diary out at the National Gallery.
Why do you read your diary to people?
Oh, I don't know, man. Probably childhood trauma or something that makes me attention seeking. How about you read it?
I can, yeah.
I think you should read it. I think
Okay.
it's better. Okay, start from where it says the 30th of July.
Okay,
So that one.
okay.
Oh yay, I get to be cameraman now. Read every word.
Okay. Date 30th of July 2008. Weather sunny. Wish of the day cinema. Thoughts okay has been cut out. Today I'm going to get things that you used to hang your clothes up for Daisy because she can't hang up her clothes. And my mommy and daddy are having an argument. Today was okay. Next one. Date 31st of July 2008. Weather sunny. Wish of the day London. Thoughts good has been crossed out again. I'm not going to London with my mom and daddy today. We are not going on a train to get there. We are not going to see the London Eye. It's not going to be fun. I know it is today. Today was good, crossed out, bad.
So thoughts? There you go.
It sounds a little bit like there were expectations that were not met. The weather is really good, but still everything is kind of okay.
Yeah.
Even though it's August and summer and
Yeah, I think I was 7 when I wrote that, or like 7 or 6 or 7, I can't remember. This is some glass that I made. Basically, my partner's mum works in stained glass, so I made her teach me how to do it. And this is the Essex coat of arms, because I like reappropriating Essex and East Anglian symbols, because they are mine, but they're not mine, if you know what I mean. That's probably it.
do you mind speaking about gender with me? Because I saw it as a theme of your body of work on your website, or is that something you don't really see as a dominant theme right now? You yourself, you use the pronoun they, right?
I use whatever.
You ever?
Yeah.
Every pronoun.
Whatever they see. they're-
Okay. So it's also
I mean-
you are what they want to see, or is it?
I'm saying that it's fake, and the way that I guess it's like I don't care because
Yeah.
they see what they see, and then I don't care. I mean, I do work at a school, and the boys' favourite jokes are to call me sir, but it's jokes on them because I respond to sir. So.
Okay.
But I don't think there's enough time in the world for me to actually get into the gender aspect of myself and my work. We only have 10 minutes. I could literally sit here and talk about it for hours because it's one of my core and first political interests, things that I noticed being wrong about the way that I was entering the world. So all of my work has that underneath, but it's nearly never a theme which is like at the top. Only because I find it boring, because I don't like explaining things that I take to be very obvious. Like I find that, like especially like Feminism 101, I find that to be so obvious that if I had to explain it to a middle-aged man, I would just get annoyed, and I don't want my work to make me annoyed. Whereas I think the racial aspects are more, at this time, more complicated for me. And I derive some sort of pleasure from explaining it. And I think that the gender side just annoys me too much. I mean, the main thing that I try to do in my life, which is why it's in my practice, is to retake my life back. So this could be if I'm on the tube and there's a man who's really, really in my personal space, I will, let's say his legs are like this. I will sit next to him and I will move his leg with my leg. Physically, I will make physical contact with him, move his leg, so that now we got equal seats. But I used to just sit somewhere else or sit like this or whatever. So I used to be like, I'm not going outside at night in case something happens to me. And now I'm like, I would rather go outside at night and something happens to me than be denied the nighttime. So then all these things are just in my work, but I don't do it like on purpose. Like it's just the way I live my life. It's way too complicated
No,
to like get into right now. I just mean that the discussion is boring to me.
Yeah.
Because to me, the enslavement of women and other people, but specifically in this circumstance, is so long, like throughout our history, and so obvious to me that it is boring. It's almost like, can I be bothered to explain something to someone that is so obvious, that is so obvious that it doesn't even make sense why they can't see what I can see. I find the conversations around it like grating, because I just think, if you can't see it by now, I don't know what to say. I mean, nothing's gonna change there. We're just gonna keep living this way. It's okay. Actually, I'd like to end on this note.
Okay.
The best thing that a man could do for women is to transition. Cheers. And that's it. That's all from me. I can't think of anything else to say about it.
That's a great way to end the conversation. Thank you so much.
This has been fun. I liked it. Okay.
Altogether there's 20 people.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Likewise. Can I give you a hug?
Yes. Hopefully see you again.
All the best. Bye bye.
有多深，我爱你有几分？你去想一想，你去看一看，月亮代表我的心。你去想一想。